One of my teachers, I remember a couple of years ago, I just had a very dark period where I didn't want to get up out of bed. I just couldn't see a way forward. And she's like, I want you to turn towards that part of you that terrifies you. The part of you that you've been running from for so long, the part of you, that darkness that scares the shit out of you, excuse my language. I want you to turn towards that part of you and love it. And I was like, really? And I did. And I turned towards the part of me that scared me the most. And I said, I love you. I know how scared you are because I've been walking this path with you for forever. And it was amazing to feel that part of me dissolve and integrate. And for the first time, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what it means to love all of me. Not just the parts of me that I perceive to be good, right? Not just the parts of me that I perceive to be acceptable, but to love all those parts of me that are looking, the parts of me that are scared, the parts of me that don't feel good enough, the little girl in me who's terrified to speak her truth, and to turn towards those parts of me and go, it's okay. I love you. We're going to do this together and you're safe. That for me has been a huge part of my journey, is learning to love all of me, because I think in essence, we operate from a place of separation in this world, you know, and we see that play out in the collective where there's so much division, and the division we see externally is the division we are experiencing inside each and every one of us. You know, that's why I always say to people, like, you want to heal the world, start with yourself. You want to save the planet? Start with yourself. Because each heart that heals and each person that comes back to wholeness helps to shift in the collective an energy and a frequency that then together will help everybody come in to harmony, peace, and balance. Because this disconnection, the disharmony, the division, the anger that we see outside of us is just it's just showing us what's happening inside here. And so until we can actually come to a place of real peace and acceptance for ourselves and our journey, we can't help heal this world. We just can't. And that's why the work is always within. It always is within each and every one of us. And I feel so deeply passionate about that. And the reason why people don't want to show up and do the work, and I hear you because I still feel like this sometimes, is because it's not easy. It sounds so simple. It's not easy. It's not easy to sit. Like, moving into recovery, to really be successful. And I don't know, people have a weird connotation with the word successful, but to me, I think of success in my life, not in monetary terms or whatever. For me, personal success is being peaceful and healthy and happy most of the time, because all of the time is insane. That doesn't exist. But for me, like, when you move into recovery, you have to be able to get to a place of taking personal responsibility for every single choice that you have made so far in your life is the reason why you are where you are today. And that sucks when you are in a really shitty place. It sucks because every fiber of your being, when you're in the victim consciousness, wants to blame someone else, whether it's your partner, your family, the government, your boss. Like, every part of you wants to blame someone else and point the finger outwards. But that just doesn't do anything. And transcending the victim consciousness, and I love looking at words. If we look at the word responsibility, response-ability, when we take personal responsibility, we get the ability to respond to our life and be in our life and not be reactive. That's what the word personal responsibility really means. And it does mean that we have to own our stuff. And it does mean that we have to say, no one put the glass of wine in my hand. I can blame my childhood trauma. I can talk about the very devastating and destructive relationships I've had. And I can do that all day long. But the only way that I'm going to move through this is to understand that I'm the only person that can actually do the work, that nobody's coming to save me. Nobody's going to turn up at my front doorstep. And also, what I've realized through the years, Courtney, which was a big light bulb moment, you know, for me, for somebody who was addicted to personal development and had like 10,000 books on my shelf and, you know, watching YouTube videos and listening to podcasts all the time, is that nobody actually is holding a big secret that they're not letting you in on. Like I always used to think the next person or the next teacher or like somebody has something that I don't. And then when I find that, it'll all click into place. And the thing is that that's just not true, because you have everything inside of you. We actually all do. We all have everything we need inside of us. And that's what my Buddhist teacher was saying to me in my 20s. And he has passed away, and I wish he didn't, because now in my 40s, I want to give him a hug and go, I get it. I know you were saying it to me for years, but now I get it. Wow.